hanging out, man. Hanging out, waiting on you to check me out, man. See what?
Yeah, well, this is like Walmart self-checkout.
Oh man, I got self-checkout now. My sounds are down.
Hello?
No, my sounds are down.
Hey, you're live. Hey, you're live.
On air?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, never mind.
Oh.
Sorry. Didn't realize I was live on air.
Yeah.
Hi, guys, from CNA Fest. I'll call you back later. It's a post I saw on Twitter.
Okay. All right.
Y'all have a great show.
I think
Everybody, hello.
we will.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey y'all.
Man, I got my camera all kinds of messed up. Look at it.
That's funny. Why'd you do that?
I don't know. Tell me when it's better.
Well, it's better. Oh, I know what I was supposed to be looking at now. It's way worse. I think it's better. I can see the guitar, some shirts. Here's Travis walking around me. Oh, look at there. You're right in the frame.
I ripped out of the frame?
Right there.
Oh. That's my bad. That's on me. They fired him.
Fired him.
The guy who says that?
Did they really?
Yeah. Sure did.
Who is he?
Ron Killings.
Fired.
Fired, man. I'm going to keep mine up so I can hear the sound. Yeah. Yeah, sure did. Something y'all vet. Check, check. Well, I sound good. What do you sound like?
Check.
Oh, my God. Man. Sound fantastic, Derek Wayne.
I like it.
I'm going to get on here. You know what I'm going to do?
I don't.
I'm going to share.
Oh no.
And then we're going to start this dang old show right here.
It could be a travesty. See what I did there?
I choked to death.
Did you have a fly?
I don't know. It just makes me fat and I don't breathe well.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
Yeah. You know how we go up them steps at work about 8,000 times a day? We get done, we're like,
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where you got to squint. You got to squint to breathe.
Oof. Boy, that's hard right there.
All right. I think we're ready to do this. What are you?
Waiting on you.
All right, everybody. Welcome to the
Next episode.
of the Everyday Joe Show. We host the Travis Reed. You might have heard of me before.
Yes, people have heard of you.
Not for good things, though.
Not usually, no.
Yeah, usually I gave him the wrong part or something.
Where's that Travis fella at?
Yeah, where's that guy that saw me in the wrong part? Freaked me out earlier. I thought that happened. So when Moy called, I was behind you. You said Chevrolet truck. I was like, oh no.
He's looking for old Blendor actually.
Yeah. All right, guys, welcome in here. Studio 11, episode 378. Didn't get the ACs turned on in time. It's a little hot.
It's not bad though.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
I've had worse.
Yeah, well, yeah. Oh, yeah, back in the day when we first started.
Pre-insulation.
Pre-insulation tooth one time went out to the car and turned the AC on and sat out there for about 20 minutes.
True story.
Yeah, we were right over our.
It's hot.
It was hot. Tooth, how are you now?
Not so bad. Thanks for asking. How are you now?
Oh, not so bad. Good, and you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. How are you now?
Right. Good. Well, I don't know what I'm supposed to say after that. What we got to drink tonight, buddy?
I'm drinking Dr. Pepper Zero and water. Got to stay hydrated.
Together?
Separately.
Okay. But that would taste like.
It'd be watered down Dr. Pepper Zero. Is
It
what
would.
it tastes like.
Be like if you got
Trash.
it at the place with the ice in it.
Yeah.
I think
Terrible.
it's trashed.
Huh?
Huh?
Speaking of
Trash.
travesties.
How many waters you on today, buddy?
That's number 6.
Man.
What are you drinking tonight?
Man, I got just a little Diet Coke.
Literally. And how does that taste?
Crispy.
Crispy Diet Coke, and it's just a little one.
Yeah, it is it's a baby Diet Coke. It's so cute. Makes my hair. Yeah, so we get those because you got kids at home, guys and gals. They waste drinks is what they do for the most part. Some of them don't. Most of them do. They waste drinks. They'll open it, take one drink. So Megan buys the smaller ones.
Less waste.
Yeah, they still get wasted, but you're correct. It is less waste. Me, I do not waste them.
No, man, that's like 2 swallers.
Maybe 2. I'm trying to take it easy on it. I only got 2.
I used to get them 8-ounce Dr. Pepper cans,
Mhm.
you know. If I reached in that old pack, it had 10 in the pack, you know. If I reached in it, I pulled out 2.
Yeah.
There's no sense in stopping.
No, there's not. It's just it
8
is.
ounces is enough to make me angry.
I get mad as a hornet.
It's liquid anger.
It is, man. But they're good. I like them. Megan likes them because to her they seem little. We always describe the diet drinks as crispy, like not like Diet Sun Up or anything, but like Diet Coke, Diet Pepsi, the Diet Dr Pepper. They got that kick to it. We describe it as crispy. She thinks in her mind, her opinion, these are more crispy because there's less.
Carbonation is more pressure and a little smaller.
That's
Containment.
that's how she feels. So she likes the small ones to get that
Science!
crispiness. Yes, but I
If
do.
it's
I
a
like.
smaller can, it's the same pressure, but it's got to be more.
Man, I tell you what, I'm gonna drink it no matter what.
I mean,
But we like the crispiness of it.
I don't like a Diet Coke.
I used to not, but I tell you what, I craved when I used to carry on back in the day, drinking them old beers. Still do drink beer, by the way. If I woke up parched and had a small bit of a hangover, about a Luke Cold Diet Pepsi, because Granny always drink Diet Pepsi. Man, I would just smash them, and it would get me to come around to the right way of thinking, and I felt better.
Huh.
I don't know
That's
why
weird.
why that was, but that was my hangover go-to was a Luke Cold.
Must have been
Diet
the
Pepsi.
aspartame.
It could have been. I didn't take a lot of aspirin though.
It was
Usually
tame.
BC. Yeah, it was very tame. I usually took a lot of BC powders, but
I like a Goodies powder and a BC powder,
I tell you, I don't even need water. To
but
take
I
them.
just chew them up. Like, it's powder already, but I just throw them in there.
That's what
swallow
I
it.
do.
Yeah.
I don't need water.
Yeah.
Just get it going.
Let's get,
Come on.
right there into the bloodstream.
Yeah, get it on there. I'll pick a scab or something, put it on top of that.
Well, that's different.
Yeah, it'll go right to you.
That's different.
I'm kidding. I don't do that.
That's weird.
I saw something on the TV the other day where a guy was working toll booth in Jersey somewhere, and he had a BC powder. He was a former athlete, and body was wrecked. He always had BC powders on him. He had it in his jacket pocket, and he went to clock out, and he put his hands in his pocket, took them out to clock out or whatever, and it fell out. And this was like in 2002, the anthrax scare. So they thought it was anthrax, and it was a BC powder. And then everybody's like, "No, it was him. Oh, it was cocaine.
Poor guy.
It's just a BC
He had a
powder."
BC powder.
Yeah, you right, Hatfield.
That's a
BC
true
powder is
story.
a godsend.
Godsend.
Once I learned to take BC powder instead of like an aspirin, if I had like a splitting headache or I was hurting or whatever, that was game over. That's what I was taking right there. You gotta be careful,
Yeah.
but that's what I was doing.
Had
right there.
toothache, soak it right on the tooth.
Man, yes, absolutely. That's why I put it on my scab.
Kill the pain.
I really don't do that.
You're weird.
That's a joke. That is.
I like a BC powder, though.
Oh yeah, and they used to have another brand called Stand Back.
Yep.
We used to have a girl in that gas station we worked at. There's a lady would come in. Y'all got any stand backs? Stand back, stand back. That's what I always
That's what I
thought.
would do.
And I'm like, Rita, what is a stand back?
It's all right. It's all right.
I would start singing that song, and she's like, "Oh, they're better than BCs." I'm like, "They're the same thing." Whatever. It is what it is.
Weird.
It is weird stuff. How was your week off last week?
Oh, from the show?
Yeah,
I was like, man, I worked all week.
yeah.
Uh,
Did you race a lot?
man, I'm going to tell you what I did.
Tell me.
Because I wanted to go home and race, and then I didn't, remember?
Right.
I don't remember. I was messing with the pool or something.
Yeah, you did the pool. You came in and ate dinner, and I think y'all just chilled in front of the tube, I
Yeah.
believe.
Yeah, because we
'Cause you-
didn't end up racing because I fell asleep,
Yeah.
woke up, went to bed.
So you got to relax.
Yeah, it was relaxation. It
Oh,
was
man.
a true night off.
It was. That's what we do here. And I had Megan was hurting last week. You know, she had that surgery a couple weeks ago, and it was. She was.
Yeah, she thought the bladder infection.
Yeah, dude. She's walking like it looks like me when I get up in the mornings, hunched over, and I'm like, this is
Like Quasimodo coming through.
Exactly. She's getting better though. She's feeling a lot better. We went to Nashville this weekend to the race, and she did fine. There's a couple times where we had to go sit down. My mother says hello, everyone.
Hi, Pam. Hi, Pam.
We had certain points she had to go sit down. Like it was, you could look at her and tell, like,
She's struggling.
struggling.
Struggle
And
bus.
it wasn't too hot outside, but it on that asphalt. It was a little warm. I was like, yeah, we better get inside. But she's feeling better now. She's CMA Fest right now.
Yeah.
So
She's soaking up some sun right now.
oh yeah, she's out there interviewing people and talking to them.
Yeah. She's
So
clever.
she's clever.
She's clever.
Yeah. So she's having a good old time. I sat here and took care of her last week. I just
Yeah.
made sure because I got home from work, and as soon as I got home, she went straight to bed. Like, she was, I'm going to bed. I'm like, it's 5:05. She's like, yep, I know, and I'm going to bed. It's like, wow. So she felt horrible.
Felt bad.
Oh, Brandon Morton, you're so sweet. Hey, sweetie
Oh,
pie.
hey, sweetie pie.
I'll give him a heart emoji on that one.
That's right.
That's right. But yeah, she's feeling better. All's good. It was good to have another week off. The summer days, man. The summer afternoons, the days longer. We get stuff to do outside. Well, you do. I don't. I don't go outside.
But oh, those summer nights. We didn't even plan that.
That's
Huh?
pretty good. Dick. That's
a good one.
Yeah. Look at there. Spontaneous. Well, we were on something today at work. We commented something at the same. We did it 2 days in a row. We did it once today, once yesterday.
Yeah, well,
We pulled a "That's what she said" to that customer yesterday.
yes, we did simultaneously.
Yeah, and he looked shocked. He's like, "Oh my god, y'all are in unison, like
Yeah.
in stereo."
Stereo.
And then we did something to our boss Ben today. He did something we both did. I don't remember what it was. Probably can't repeat it on radio.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah. See?
We definitely cannot.
No,
I remember
you remember
now.
it? Okay, I don't remember it, so I guess it's better off that I don't. That's fine. That's fine. We just won't.
Just leave that be.
Yeah. Anyway, how about them Braves? I'm just kidding.
We're brave.
Yeah, I'm not talking about them. Not talking about them a bit. But tonight we will be talking about. We got Megan and myself got to go to the Nashville Super Speedway. We got to meet a lot of cool people, see some good racing. We got some more, if you can believe that, more events coming to Common John Brewing Company this summer. They keep.
No way.
Oh, dude, they keep packing it out. And going on right now, as you're listening on the radio, Good Friends Fest at the Manchester Rotary Park, weather permitting. Our good friends at Steady Rotation putting that on again this year. I can't even read that far. It says 8th annual.
8th annual.
8th annual. Them fellas been putting that music fest together for you and your family. And the total cost of that, free.
To attend.
Yeah.
Admission.
Admission. How much?
$0.
That's my favorite price.
Nunca.
That is my favorite cost of anything, especially when it's beer or food, because it's good. And then, of course, we'll have our lunchtime theater. Thu's got an interesting one that he's been watching, and I've watched a little bit of it as well, and it's very
I like
quirky.
the show.
It's quirky. It's funny.
Quirky.
And a good quirky.
Hi, Sam.
Though. Good quirky though.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. Then we'll have the music of the week. You got that fired up and ready to go for us?
Yeah.
Yeah. That means no.
Yeah, I've got it. I'm ready. Don't even worry about it.
He's in trouble. I'm sending him to the principal's office.
Oh, yeah, I do too.
So we got all that coming up and more. But before we go to break, I want to let you guys know that the Bonnaroo Music and Arts Festival returns to the farm June 12th through 15th. A limited number of discounted 4-day passes have been made available to Coffee County residents until the festival starts or while supplies last. Discounted single-day tickets are still available. Visit 939 The Duck on Facebook for complete details. So if you guys are looking for some discounted tickets, and it actually is a pretty good little discount. I checked on Bonnaroo's website today, and it's a pretty decent little discount on the local tickets. So go to 939 The Duck on Facebook for all of the details and get your tickets to the Bonnaroo Music and Arts Festival. All right, guys, we're going to take a break. We come back, we'll talk about seeing some folks at the Nashville Super Speedway this weekend. Also, we have an interesting story how we have procured Bonnaroo tickets. It was a family thing. We all did it at the same time.
It's phenomenal.
It was phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, that's a new word. You made it up.
Phenomenal.
You're listening to the Everyday Joe Show, brewed by the Common John Brewing Company here on 93.9 The Duck. Where'd my cameras go? What's up, Mona? All right, guys, welcome back to the Everyday Joe Show, brewed by the Common John Brewing Company here on 93.9 The Duck, episode 378. That's Tooth. That's me, the Travis Reed. We are sitting here, Studio 11, hanging out. I just played footsie with Tooth under the table by accident. Apologize. You're welcome. I had a great time.
Thanks. I'll be here all week. Tip your waitress.
Thought we had a technical difficulty with the live feed that we do here in the studio. But it didn't. We just weren't moving.
We're being real still.
We were being really still.
Like Ben Stiller.
So, yeah, that was weird. And then I come back to sit down, and I just stomped all over his foot.
Stepped right on me.
Yeah.
I'm nobody's doormat.
Huh? No,
nobody's
he raised a hand to hit me.
No.
He didn't, really. I lied. So this weekend, I finally got media passes to the Nashville Super Speedway. I've been trying. They've been back 4 or 5 years now. I've tried 4 or 5 years now. Finally got approved. Could not believe it.
Phenomenal.
Oh, it was great. So, got a parking pass, which we got to park in the infield this year. We'd have to get shuttled from on the backstretch. So we just pulled right on in under the tunnel, pulled right there, walked to the media center. I'm like, oh, here it is, media center. Whew, air conditioning. Yes, this is great. So we see the guy who we usually con into driving us around. His name's Tony the Tiger.
Tony the Tiger.
From Alabama. He likes little Swisher Sweets. He's a fun guy. He's not a mushroom, but he's just a fun guy. He likes his beer. He camps out there during the weekend. And another lady that Megan's friends with, who, coincidentally, is going to, she's on her way to Europe right now. And I was like, well, that's odd. My best friend, his daughter is in Europe at the moment, and his dad is headed to Europe next week.
Yeah, that's what was happening at that time.
Yeah. And
now my daughter is in the States. Her flight has been delayed. She's in New York.
Man, she's had trouble with them flights.
Yeah, and
but
my dad is in Italy.
How come everybody's going to Europe but you and I?
Well,
we need to talk to somebody.
Yeah. Because, it's not fair.
I'm about sick of it.
We ought to go.
It's because I don't have that license.
I don't have my passport.
Mm-hmm. That's what it is. Somebody's holding us back.
I need a passport.
Let's get one. Somebody sent us one. So we get in the media center, air conditioner. I'm like, oh, yeah, this is great. We're talking to those people. And I take a couple steps over, and I see this door open. I'm like, oh, okay, what's going on in there? And it's all revamped on the inside from the last time I was in there in the Indy race, because I got media passes for the Indy race. And this other door opens, and Kyle Larson walks out.
Race car driver.
Yeah. And, buddy, I tower over that guy. He's a little brother. He's short. But his racing shoes, Jordan.
That's right.
Jordan 1s.
That's right.
Like they're they are designed like the Jordan 1s, but the race shoe material
That's cool.
that matched his fire suit. And I was like, oh, can I have those? But you wear like a size 3, little baby feet. And I was like, that's neat.
It's like a jockey.
It really is. So I was like, man, oh my God, that's Kyle Larson. And then I'm sitting there, and Ty Gibbs, who he was racing the Interstate Batteries car. He walks by in this bright green Interstate Batteries fire suit, looked cool. His grandpa is Joe Gibbs, who used to coach the Redskins. He owns the team, and I'm like, oh wow. And then Kyle effing Busch walks up, and he is from Me to You, and he's asking somebody a question, and I'm like, why are all these people in here? Like, this is Kyle effing Busch, man. You know, like I'm one of the greatest drivers ever, and I'm like, oh, what's going on? And so Megan's talking. They're telling Megan what's going on in that room. And I'm just over here just, oh, God, there's all these drivers. What am I doing? You know, but if you had that media pass, you got to act like you got the media pass.
Right.
You can't fangirl out and ask for selfies and ask for autographs. So they'll take it away and kick you out, and you'll never get it again. So I'm doing my best to gather my emotions up here because I'm just freaking out. So we go in that room. A.J. Allmendinger, Michael McDowell, Daniel Suarez, Kyle Larson, Kyle Busch is over here, Chase Briscoe's over here, and William Byron's over here. He won the Daytona 500 this year. So nobody's interviewing him, which is odd. He just got in there. So I'm like, oh, Megan's like, you want to go talk to him? I'm like, yeah, sure. So we get over there, and she's like, hands me her microphone. She's like, here. I'm like, you do it. She's like, no, Travis, you got to interview him. I was like, no, I don't know what to say. You do it. She's like, Travis, you've been waiting to do this for years. Here's your opportunity. That's William Byron. Go do it. I'm like, no. I was like, you do it. And she goes, Travis, get your crap together, get your head out of your hind end, and talk to that man. I'm like, yes, ma'am. So I got the microphone out, did my first interview, and I was so freaking scared. And, you know, I mean, you know, in here, we've had Lewis Bryce, we've had Smo, we've had Brad Lee, we've had James Storm, had Jerry Lynn in here. I freaked out, man.
There's something about being here, though, that gives you a false sense of comfort.
I think you're right, dude. I think you're right. Because
this is your place.
We had all those guys on. We were just cool, man, hang out, having a good everything. That wasn't my arena, you know.
They're down here in our arena, on our level, it feels different.
Dude, I was like, oh my God, what am I gonna do?
Your teeth were probably sweating.
Was you there?
No, but I could tell.
I was. I was like, oh my God, what, you know. So I talked to, and dude, the interview is like 38 seconds or something. Because I was like, all right, don't ask him something stupid. Because now that I went back and watched other folks interview with it, I could have asked him something stupid, and he'd have went with it. Because the guy behind me did a silly question.
Right.
And I'm just like, oh, how's it look out there? He's like, oh, well, I ain't been out there yet. So, and I'm like, oh, geez, you dummy. Because I thought their practice was before that, but the practice was after. So he hadn't even gotten in the car yet. I'm like, you dummy. And I went to shake his hand. He's like, oh, fist bump because he didn't want to shake hands. I'm like, I get it. Stupid. Why do you always do that? You know, so I get that done.
Like Chris Farley's doing the interview over here.
Exactly. That's what I wanted to do. Oh, man. So then I went over and Chase Briscoe. He's over there. I'm like, all right, he's a little younger. It'll be fine. So I got my first one out of the way. Went Chase, and that interview was like almost a minute. It was like 49 seconds or something like that. And I did something. I did do silly. I said, hey, you know, how you think you're going to do? You know, I said, hey, man, how many seconds do you think you can do a lap in? He's like, I don't know. We're shooting for this, and this. And I was like, well, you know, I said, I did the driving experience here. I said, I did a lap in 35 seconds. And he's like, 35 seconds? He's like, that's pretty good. I said, well, that was a lie. I said, that's probably like 40 or 41. I said, I watched the tape, but I didn't watch the tape because it was bad. And he started laughing. And so I was like, oh, okay, there we go. And left, hey, man, congratulations. I don't know what I was congratulating him on, but I said congratulations. Fist bump. All right, went on. I'm like, all right, I'm good. I can interview anybody in here now. Got two out of the way. I'm like, I didn't go over to Kyle Busch or Suarez. I'm like, we're going to Kyle Larson. We're going to the superstar. So I get over there, and the NBC Sports guy wouldn't shut up and let me interview him. He just kept talking. And I'm like, dude, I got a homemade microphone here. Like, this is some serious journalism going on. I need to talk to Kyle Larson. I wanted to know about his shoes because I was going to straight up ask him, can I have them? Or where do you get those?
these?
Can you buy me a pair? Because I can't afford to buy a pair. But so that was neat, man. I was just flabbergasted. I didn't know what to do. And then when I figured out what I needed to do, you couldn't tell me nothing. I ran that place after that. I'm like, yeah, this is mine. This is mine. I ate all the free food they had, Bubba. They had.
You're still full.
I am. Well, I am because we still got the
You need on
Coca-Cola
that cake for freaking week.
So they had like Hattie B's chicken that day. And their Hattie B's macaroni and cheese. Honey, hush, let me tell you.
You know how I am about that mac and cheese.
Man, it was good. All the drink, Coke products, water, energy drinks. They had a little cafe set up there. They make you the fancy little espressos with the designs on the tops.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I was like, man, that is neat. Cookies. I mean, dude, cookies. You'd have been like, you wouldn't have been anywhere else.
I'll eat a cookie.
You will. So then we go on the track. We're looking at the cars and the tires. Like, oh, man, this is great. This is great. We get the Xfinity race. We get to sit up in the press box. I mean, colder than a well digger's hind end. They had the AC on blast. Froze my hind end off up there. Wasn't complaining, though. Was
Right.
not complaining.
Right.
I'm like, I'd rather be that than hot right now. Up there and there, they had sandwiches. And at the other place, the other one in the infield, they had Chick-fil-A.
I like a Chick-fil-A.
Yeah. And I'm like, man, and cookies and cake and pie. And I'm like, yeah, this is great. And homemade sandwiches up there, which was fantastic.
You probably couldn't get a Chick-fil-A on Sunday.
No, you couldn't have. What's up, Jimmy Neutron? How are you, buddy?
Back to the other sandwiches, though. Tell me a little more about those. I like sandwiches.
Well, they had some subs, just your classic ham and cheese, turkey and cheese. Then they had, they had it on white bread or wheat bread. I got the white bread, but they cut only one of the crust off. Everybody's sandwich was like that. They got that one. I got a ham and Havarti.
I love a Havarti cheese.
I love, if you grilled cheese with Havarti, right?
Yep.
That's one of the best cheeses to use on grilled cheese. It melts. I just wish I had a microwave because I would have put it in there. But, dude, it was so good. So good.
Cracker Barrel has a Havarti mac and cheese. It's phenomenal.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Like the Cracker Barrel brand you buy at the store.
Oh, okay. I enjoy that. I'll definitely be on the lookout for that.
Sorry.
But those sandwiches were good, and it had a soft-baked cookie in it. And I got the Snickerdoodle one. It was soft from edge to edge, I guess would be.
And usually you don't get that. Usually the middle's soft and the edges are a little harder.
Yeah, soft all the way through. I don't know what kind of stuff they put in it. Yeah. Dude, it was so good. I'm like, yeah. So we're sitting up there, and this one guy who does a podcast called The Teardown, he's on Dirty Mo Media with Dale Earnhardt Jr., Jeff Gluck. He comes in. I'm like, oh, my God, that's Jeff Gluck. Like, once again, I'm kind of freaking out. I'm like, he's not that famous, but for people who do, like, podcasts and radio stuff, you like racing, you know who he is.
Right.
So we go to leave. Guess who I got to sit by on the golf cart on the way back to the track?
Megan.
Jeff Gluck.
Oh.
So I'm sitting there, and it's uncomfortable because he kind of wanted to ride with the other guy. I could tell with everybody's. And I was like, hey, man, big fan of your show. Oh, really? Thanks, man. Appreciate it. And we get to talking, and we talked the whole way. And I told him about, our show and what we do. He's like, man, that is really neat. He's like, y'all just sit around a table. I said, we just sit around a table, shoot the breeze. He's like, well, like, what's the format? I'm like, I told him as it revolves around who's on the show. If we have a guest that week, that's what we talk about. He said, you script it out? I said, I write notes. I said, but we rarely ever go by it. He's like, man, that is how you do it. He's like, that is fantastic. I'm like, yeah, check us out. You can go to, and I gave him all, he don't remember it, but I was, in jest telling him that. And he's like, hey, you got that down? I was like, yeah. And, we started talking about other podcasts and the racing, and just having a great conversation. He took time to talk to me for 20 minutes probably. And I was like, dude, this is okay.
You did run this place.
I'm telling you, son, they knew me. Show up the next day. Guess who's standing out front? Jeff Gluck.
Jeff Gluck.
Guess
and
who said hi?
remembered you.
Yep.
Hey, what's up, Travis?
Yep.
Hey, Jeff, how you doing?
Yeah. Hey, Travis, how you doing? But I will say I did mess up at the end. When we got back on Saturday night to the media center, he was talking and he did this. I thought he was ending the conversation, so I stuck my hand out to shake it. And he's like, "Oh, okay, well, bye." And I was like, "No." I said, "I thought you were shaking my hand in the conversation. I thought you were ready to go." I said, I didn't mean that. Carry on." And I was like, he's like, "No, it's fine if you gotta go." I said, "I don't have to go. I thought," and I'm an idiot. But he remembered me the next day. It's probably because of that, more so than anything.
This silly guy over here. This poor guy.
Oh, dude, I felt like a moron. But you know what? The next day, act like it didn't happen. Like, hey, Jeff knows me. It's cool.
That's Jeff Gluck.
So get there the next day, and they have Cracker Barrel catered it, and they had grilled chicken. They had pot roast, but only certain people got the campfire pot roast. Like, yeah, I think you had to get there early or something. But anyway, they had the carrots, the mashed potato, or not, no, sorry, macaroni and cheese, green beans, carrots, and they had peach cobbler and the Coca-Cola cake. So,
That
but
has
we
been a fancy deal right there.
smashed that stuff. So, Tooth knows the story. So when we go to leave, the girls are like, that are the serving it. They're like, "Hey, we got like 40 of these cakes left. Please take one home." So me and Megan's like, "Okay, sure, yeah, we'll take it home. The kids can eat it, blah, blah, blah." So the lady comes out, and she's like, sets down 3 cakes, 3 whole cakes in big old pans. And she goes, "All right, here's the deal. You take 3 or you take none." I guess we're taking 3. And I took 3, so I'm like, I'm going to carry it to the car, so I have to mess with it here in a little bit.
The world's densest cake.
Dude, you lifted that thing, did you?
He had 3 of them, dude. He had a knot on his arm from where he towed it. His bicep exploded.
It did. Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate
Thank you,
that.
Lisa.
Thank you very much. Hope you're doing well, making that good old whiskey for us. So yeah, that was fantastic, man. And they had Taco Bell when the race was over. I've never seen so much Taco Bell in my life. I guarantee you there were 1,000 tacos.
Wow.
Like, it was just nonstop tacos, and then it had a small little section of regular burritos, but they had sour cream on them, and I was like, "No, I ain't eating that." And they had some kind of cookies from somewhere in Nashville.
I thought you were going to say from the Keeblers.
I wish if those was ones we saw today on the Twitter.
A.O. Fudges.
Yeah. But, dude, it was cool. Didn't have to spend a dime all weekend. Nothing. Now, you really didn't have a seat, but we nudged our way up into the press box, and it's not a very big room. But still, dude, it was awesome. We're in the media center on Sunday, and I see this guy tattooed up, rock star hair. Another guy, slick back rock star hair, tattooed up, wearing stuff that you normally wouldn't wear. I'm like, that guy looks like Jacoby from Papa Roach. And I'm like, why is that? No, it's not Jacoby. That's Jacoby. Googled it. It was Jacoby. And I'm like, well, that's cool. He actually presented the trophy to Blaney after the winner, and it was ended up being Ryan Blaney. Presented the trophy to him afterwards, and the trophy is a guitar. So it kind of fit perfect.
Absolutely.
And I'm like,
And tell us about your interview with Jacoby.
Yeah, there wasn't one.
Oh.
The reason why, because in that room you really can't.
Oh, you told me that. I forgot.
Yeah, if they're in the other room, you can go talk to them. If they're in that room, you
There's
got
rules. If you're in that room, you cannot. It's not a media room.
Right. Which I'm glad somebody explained that to me. But I think he was kind of irritated. He's like, "I'm going to go sit on the toilet until it's time to go." I was like, "Oh, he's ready to go." So I didn't say that to him. Megan said hi to him, and she said that he's like, she didn't know who he was. She goes, "Hey, how are you doing, hon?" He's like, "Oh, ma'am, I'm doing just fine. How are you?" So he was nice as could be, and I'm like, "Well, yeah, you're hot and blonde.
Well, you're Travis.
Yeah, I'm short and squatty and a whole lot of body. They're not going to pay attention to me."
They react differently to a Travis in the wild as they do a Megan in the wild.
Absolutely.
I react differently to a Travis in the wild as I do a Megan in the wild.
I think everybody does.
It's normal. That's normal.
Jimmy Newton asked, did I see MJ? I did not see MJ. He was not there. However, there was a black SUV pulled up. We're like, "Oh, there's Jordan." We go running. It was just the governor.
Bill Lee?
It's like, whatever, dude. Nah, somebody from like the house or something.
Just being really funny.
And it was the owner of Tootsie's and Randy Hauser, which
Oh.
we already kind of know.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's just, we went and talked to him anyway.
Well, of course.
But
Did he remember you?
He remembered Megan, but he did not remember me.
I'll be damned.
He introduced himself to me again. He was like, "Hi, I'm Randy." And I went and say, No crap.
I met you last time you were talking to my hot wife.
Yeah. And you're Randy Hauser.
I wouldn't have known him.
Yeah, no, well.
I'd be like, man, are you Doogie's dad? I'm like, wait a minute, are you Doogie's?
Wait just a tick, who's that?
Wait a minute.
But the racing, man, was phenomenal. It was great. I had a blast. Didn't get too hot. I thought my ankles were going to burn because I'm kind of white-legged.
Yeah, light skinned.
Yeah, light-skinned. And I'm walking across the track is concrete, but the pit road and
The
everything
track is what?
concrete.
That's what I thought you said.
Yeah, I said concrete. I spelled concrete wrong.
You spelled concrete wrong.
I did. But like pit road is asphalt and back there, so I could feel the sun bouncing off of it, and just I'm like, man, my ankles are gonna be blistered.
Radiating the heat.
I could feel it, but it was ended up being fine. But it did get a little warm, but we had a fantastic time.
It's an experience. I mean, you had an experience.
100%. Forgot this part. When I walk into the media room, there's a seat or a table with a placard with my name on it.
The Travis Reed.
They spelled the wrong. They just spelled it with spaces.
That's weird.
Yeah.
They blanked it out.
They did. It was invisible ink. But yeah, it was cool to see you. And I was like, oh, man. We never found Megan's. The guy in there's like, yeah, I saw your name in there. That's how I knew you were going to be here. The guy who drives us in the golf cart. And we never found hers.
I'll be darned.
Yeah, but mine was there. I was like, hey. Hey, Mom, I made it. Not really.
I have arrived.
But it was fun. I tried to get them for Bonnaroo, but Bonnaroo said, nope. And I tried to get some Bristol Speedway, and they were like,
Can't help you.
don't know who you are. And then tried to get some for Kentucky Speedway, and they're like, we're going to leave this in pending for a year and a half. And Atlanta told me no. Charlotte told me no. But it was worth it, man. Good time. Good time. Thank you, Mother. Appreciate you. All right, guys, we'll take another break. We come back. We're going to talk about some more stuff. We have procured some Bonnaroo tickets yesterday. We'll talk about that. Talk about what we're looking forward to and the downsides of what we're looking forward to at Bonnaroo. A little bit later, we'll have some lunchtime theater music of the week, Travis talk, and other nonsensical conversations. You're listening to the Everyday Joe Show, brewed by the Common John Brewing Company here on 93.9 The Duck. All right, guys, welcome back to the Everyday Joe Show, brewed by the Common John Brewing Company here on 93.9 The Duck, episode 378. That's Tooth. That's me, the Travis Reed.
That's him.
That's me right here. We're sitting here. We're just shooting the breeze this evening. Kick back, relax, having a good old time. Had the week off last week. Tooth did a lot of relaxing.
Lots of relaxing.
Yes, absolutely. Jimmy Newton said that Chrissy said that we should do the show from Bonnaroo.
That's a horrible idea.
Yeah, I don't think they'll let us carry.
It's a service thing, and it's just a terrible idea.
Yeah, they won't let us carry all this stuff in there. But we do have the ability to go to Bonnaroo.
We did luck out, it seems.
So
somehow Verizon has hooked us up. It's amazing.
They did. Did you? So you want to explain? You and me too.
Well, all I know is I was at work and you were at work, and Ben was at work, and Greg Jones come in from his lunch break and said, "Hey, go to your My Verizon, go to My Access, and you can click Bonnaroo tickets, and they're giving some away." And I thought, man, no way. But we all, me, you, and Ben, all three, kind of simultaneously did exactly what Greg Jones said to do. And when we did, when I finished, it was confirmed, all set.
Got him.
I'll get an email in a few days with some instructions, and that's that. So I was like, man, that's kind of crazy. And then Travis, same thing. Ben, same thing. So I get home last night, and I'm telling the wife about it and showing her, you can go back in and pull up claimed prizes or claimed deals, and it shows the deal we claimed. And so I showed her, and she's like, no way, that's amazing. And, so it looks legit. So she tells Ashley about it. And Ashley tries it, and it says all tickets have been claimed. So it seems like it's legit. There were so many available. Those have been claimed. There aren't any more available. That's the way it is.
Yeah, because
we got 2-day pass, or 2 weekend passes. You've got 2 weekend passes. Ben got 2 weekend passes.
yeah,
Greg got 2 weekend passes.
yeah. His brother
Grant. That's who was
Yeah.
telling Greg about it. Was Grant.
So this was the funny part to me. So Greg gets back from lunch about 12:30, and if you know Greg Jones, our dear coworker there at Quality Parts Express, Napa of Manchester, 1406 MacArthur. When Greg walks, Greg's pretty steady. He don't really run around and get in a rush. He's pretty steady. But buddy, when he came through those doors, he was coming in hot.
Yeah, he was moving
I
with
mean,
a purpose.
Yeah. Hey, man, look here. Y'all got Verizon? Yep, sure do, Greg. Hey, look, get on that app. Go to My Access, scroll down, hit that Bonnaroo ticket. You'll get free tickets. And we're like, what? Well, my brother called me, and we're like, well, okay, so we're all doing it kind of as he's explaining. And I saw it, and I'm like, oh, my God. And it had like a timer. But I didn't see what my time said on the timer. Did you?
Me, I
pay
didn't even
attention?
see a timer.
Yeah, and the whole time Greg is freaking out because he wants us to hurry up and get these tickets. He's like, man, y'all make sure you go. We got to kind of go outside to do stuff like that because the
Signal's terrible.
signal is terrible in that building.
So I'm literally at the front door outside.
Yeah, 'cause that's how you and I got them at the same time. I got the front door open. You passed me, went in the parking lot, and we're like, oh, yeah, we came in something. Yeah, we got them. Says we got them. So Greg's like telling us what to do. We're like, okay, we got them. And there was another one beside it. Ben said it was for the Platinum experience, which was VIP everywhere, golf cart rides till 1 a.m. But I promise you, I don't know for a fact, but I promise you, there were a lot less of those to give away
Yeah.
than there were the general admission.
I'm sure.
And so you weren't really guaranteed. We weren't guaranteed to get these, but
And you could only claim one, right? And
Right.
there was something in there. You can only pick one for a time frame.
So I mean, which would have been cooler to get the Platinum, but I'm glad that we ended up just getting the general admission because we get to go to Bonnaroo for free. I'm like, all right, sweet. That was,
Of course, my app does say, thanks for being a loyal customer for the last 13 years.
yeah. Yeah, mine says 8. But I'll take it. And that's how, and I got to thinking, that's how I got Hope's Exit 111 ticket when it was here, was the Verizon app. I was just goofing around. I think I was paying my bill one night. And I was just messing around on the Verizon app and looking, and it said access. I'm like, oh, what's that? Or whatever it said at the time. And I clicked it, and I seen Exit 111 on there, and I was like, what's that? Click it, and it's like, submit here to get your free ticket. And I'm like,
Okay.
yes, ma'am. That's all you had to tell me once, and I did it. So, yeah, so we got some free tickets because we all wanted to go on Friday night to go see Megadeth.
Right.
I feel like at work between you, Greg, and myself, that's the goal is to see Megadeth.
Yes.
And
I may not have another opportunity.
Right.
It's not like I've had a bunch of tours that I've gotten to miss either. Like, this is it for me.
Yes. This is the be all end. That's why I was with the Metallica a couple weeks ago. They may not come back. I don't know. But this one, you kind of feel like, they're probably not getting close enough for us to go.
Right.
If we were 20 years younger,
Maybe.
we might do it. And I'll have all the big four done. I'll have them, Anthrax, Slayer, Megadeth, Metallica. So that's, for me, that's a personal goal is to see the big four. But man, we get to looking at the daggum at the schedule because I was like, I wonder if they got the schedule out yet. So I pull it up, and there's Megadeth.
12:45 a.m.
Tell them what time they end.
2 a.m.
In a tent, just like they did Alice Cooper, just like they did
Danzig.
just like they did Korn last year when I got my absolute hind end whipped at that thing. I'm like, geez, man, why are you gonna put Megadeth at 12:45? These guys are 60 years old. They ain't gonna be awake either. So I don't know, man. It's gonna be.
We're going to see Megadeth.
I have
Travis.
to because I've switched Saturdays with Ben.
Yeah, we're going to see Megadeth. Only thing stopping me is rain.
And with me, it depends on how bad it rains.
Yeah, that's.
I got galoshes.
Yeah, Dave Mustaine, 63. This might be our last chance, and he's already battled the throat
cancer.
Like, this could be it.
I agree. So
I'm like, hey, me, this is the real me. Let's go.
Exactly. So man, it was pretty exciting to get the free tickets to that.
And look, when there's still a little doubt in my head, but I feel like it's pretty legit. But
Oh yeah, I'm just my butt. I'm just, I guess, skeptical because I don't want to bank on it and then it not happen to be really disappointed. Because I was already semi-disappointed that this was going to be the 1 year I didn't get to go to Bonnaroo for the first time ever. And I was like, man, it was just it doesn't mean anything. It's just a personal thing that, you know, hey, man, I've been to all of them. And there's a bunch of us, especially from Manchester, that has been to every single Bonnaroo. I'm sure Dustin Murray's been to every single one.
Oh, yeah.
And there's probably hundreds or even thousands more that don't even live here that have been to every single one. And for me, it's just a thing. And now we get to, and we all three at work, all four at work, got the same time. We all got free. Like, man, this is great. We got those free tickets, and they went quick.
Relatively fast, it seems.
Yeah, because I was on the phone with Megan, and she was doing an event in Nashville. Oh, her event is called Realtors on the Water, so they're riding around with realtors on the lake. It's hard being a marketing specialist for a real estate law firm. But she does put a lot of work into it. Anyway, so she tells the guy driving the boat, hey, you got Verizon? Yeah. You want to go to Bonnaroo? Yeah, I'd love to. Do this. And this was 10 minutes after we got ours, 20 minutes, already gone.
Wow.
All claimed.
Wow.
I was like, geez.
I wonder when the window opened and how somebody knew.
That's why I want to know where Grant found out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
I'm just glad we made it.
I am too. I'd like to see the timeline of that.
I want to see several other things, honestly. Yes, everything you said is true. That is my motivator.
Yeah.
And I say that because, you know, a couple of the other things I'm interested in, I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, I'm really interested in Flip Turn, Modest Mouse.
Well, definitely Modest Mouse for
I mean,
you.
that for me, that's a big
Yeah.
one. I've seen them several times, and I'd love to see
Well,
them again.
when I saw them being on the bill, I was like, yeah, Tooth's going. He'll find a way. He'll go to that show.
Royal Otis, I'd like to see them. Like, there's just several.
Mount Joy.
I love Mount Joy.
Mm-hmm.
So there's several bands on there for me that it's like, hey, they're on Toothpicks, they're on Toothpicks. And I may not see all of them, but there's more than just one. Greg, it's Megadeth. He could care less about anything else going on at all.
And he has said as much.
Multiple. He said, today, I quote, I know y'all tired of hearing it, but I'm just reiterating. Megadeth's all I care about.
Yep.
That's what I'm here for Megadeth.
Yeah, he's fired up.
Yeah.
ICP will be there Thursday, but it's a little bit later, and we got to work. I probably will go see Luke Combs. I think it'll be a fun time, and plus Fast Car. I mean, and Bonnaroo's known for having people who have duets show up. And, dude, if Tracy Chapman would to show up, that place will lose its ever-loving mind.
Be awesome.
Like, yeah, because him covering that song, I think is
Revamped her in a light.
right. Because didn't she just stop playing altogether for years? I feel like I read that or heard that. So it'll be cool. And I don't know if I'll go past Saturday or Sunday. I'd like to see Avril Lavigne, Queens of the Stone Age would be fun. The rest of them, like Hozier, I've seen Hozier before, and I'm not. He's fine. I'm not a huge fan of it, and it is what it is.
He played for his birthday this year.
He did.
You guys would have had to be there. It's a joke.
Had to be there.
Inside joke.
Yeah. I can't believe his birthday's on Christmas. That is weird.
Yeah, it's not, but it's funny.
But yeah, so we all, man, lucked all the way up and got some free tickets to the roof. So I was fired up. And Megan was like, dang, baby, way to go. I'm like, yeah, well, thanks to Greg. Thanks to Grant. Thanks to whoever before him.
Thanks to Verizon.
Yeah, thanks, Verizon. You get thanks to me, I've felt like I've paid enough to put on Bonnaroo in the 8 years. Longer than that,
So that's the thing. So, like, 13 years is how long they've got me on my neck. But, like, I've been a Verizon customer since before that and paying my portion of the bill before that.
Same.
And then it was like, okay, let me get off this plan, put my own plan.
Yes.
And I still paid the bill. Like, the money has been coming from me for, like, however long cell phones and Verizon have been in existence.
I think I got my first cell phone when I was 22, 23. It was Verizon. Couldn't pay the bill. They got cut off. Went to Singular. Remember Singular? It was so bad. I could be sitting next to somebody that had the same Singular phone I had, same plan and everything. This happened. We're sitting in Shoney's. My phone would not work. Their phone would work.
Wow.
And we had the same everything, except for numbers, obviously. And then like went to Verizon like immediately after. So that's been 20-something years. And yeah, so I think we paid our fair share to get some free Bonner
100%.
tickets. Yeah. But yeah, so it was cool, man. We're looking forward to seeing Megadeth. Hope the rain holds off just a little bit and it's not a mud pit out there, but I do have some galoshes, some mud boots that I will go out there and seriously rock out in them. Wear my jorts and some rain boots. I'll do it. I don't care.
Put your rain slickers on.
Yeah, and I'll cut them jorts a little short.
Be like Ginger Billy out there.
I think he looks a little bit better than I do.
Well, I mean, I said like him.
Well, close. It's close. All right, guys.
I got one back in '87. Me, Dan Aykroyd, and Eddie Murphy all went and got ours together.
What is wrong with him?
What? That's amazing.
What is wrong with that?
Have you seen, like, by any chance, have you seen Eddie Murphy's couch? I need to know if you have any experience on his couch.
Heard it was dirty.
Somebody ground their feet in it.
That's right. I'm gonna grab my feet on the couch. All right, guys, take a break. We come back. We got your Common John update for the week, and boy, it's gonna be a doozy. I don't know if I can
Contain it.
I don't know if I can read it all. We still got Lunchtime Theater Music of the Week coming up. May have a little interview with a race fan also coming up for your listening pleasure. We met several cool younger race fans this weekend at the track. And then we'll wrap this bad boy up, and in between that, nonsensical conversation.
Yay!
You're listening to the Everyday Joe Show, brewed by the Common John Brewing Company here on 93.9 The Duck. All right, guys, I want to talk a minute about Morton's Music Service in Murfreesboro. They are here to save your strings, fix your frets, and exorcise the demons from your tone. We're taking custom nuts, killer setups, fret jobs so smooth your guitar will moan your name. You bring the axe, we bring the sorcery. Call or text 615-605-5853. That is 615-605-5853. Or, if you want to, which is I really love doing this, stock them online at mortonsguitar.com. Go check them out. If you're tired of your guitar playing like a rusty cheese grater or your tones sound like a raccoon fell into a blender. Brandon, I got one over here that probably needs some attention. It's not mine and nobody ever plays it, but it's horrible. And I hope you like that read. I hope it wasn't terrible. All right, we'll get this pulled up. We'll Yeah, I see that. Jimmy, give Brandon a call if you got some of those guitars you got. He'll fix them right up for you, buddy. If you need to, I'll send you the number. Brandon, if you can, put your number in the chat and your website. Jimmy can get a hold of you if he's looking for some service on his guitars. Please, sir. All right, guys, welcome back to the Everyday Joe Show, brewed by the Common John Brewing Company here on 93.9 The Duck. Episode, that's 378 for those counting at home.
That's a lot.
That's Tooth, that's me, the Travis Reed. And speaking of episode numbers, we talked about this a few weeks back. Episode 400 will be very close to the 10-year anniversary of the Everyday Joe Show. But I think we'll probably have some weeks where we're preempted, where it'll almost be right on, yeah, the 29th of November.
That's pretty cool, man.
We're going to party and call out of work next day for that one.
Yeah, definitely.
You hear me, hon?
It's been a decade.
Man, isn't that nuts?
It is nuts.
God. These?
It's nuts.
It is. All right, guys, here's your Common John update. Next week, the Rue Week, they will be open all week long, Monday and the Tuesday.
Oh, wow.
Because they're normally closed on Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah.
They will be open Monday through Saturday, Monday the 9th through Saturday, June 15th from 8 to 10. Sunday the 16th, they'll be open from 10 to 7. They will have live music Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. Wednesday, they'll still have Singo. Still got the karaoke on Thursday. They'll have wine, great food, and they've added some food into the mess hall, by the way. Some pizzas. Have you seen this yet?
No.
Oh, we're going to talk about it in a second. And their award-winning beer brewed right here in Manchester, Tennessee, available every single day. So they definitely welcome all the Bonnerivians and lovers of live music. Let me find that. They got some new pizzas out. They just announced it. I think it was yesterday. You got the Hot in Here, the Hot to Go, and the Apple of My Eye. All right, so they're unveiling some brand new menu items just ahead of their full menu launch next month. And they say they're coming out strong right here. Got new pizzas, and they are reporting for duty. We got the Hot in Here pizza that's a buffalo base. It's got mozzarella, grilled chicken, onions, blue cheese crumbles, ranch, and a buffalo drizzle. Leave off the onions, and I could probably smash that. Because I like blue cheese crumbles. I'm weird. I don't like a blue cheese dressing, but I like blue cheese crumbles.
I'm going to pass on the crumbles and the onions, but I'll smash the rest.
Yeah, that sounds fantastic. Then you got the Hot to Go. You got your classic red sauce base, mozzarella, pepperoni, sausage, sweet peppers, jalapenos, and a drizzle of hot honey.
Yeah, I'm down with that, too. I can eat all of that.
I'm going to have that one. That one sounds fantastic. And you know how good that would go with the tooth from Common John Brewing Company?
Yes, absolutely.
Dude, I bet you'll have to have two
Yeah.
whole beers
I'm
to
going to
finish
have
that
the Hot
pizza.
to Go minus the sweet peppers.
And then, you know what I'd do? I'd probably leave the sweet peppers on there for the flavor and just take them off because with those, it's a texture thing for me.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
that
with
crunch.
you.
I don't like it, but the flavor of it isn't so bad
I'm with you.
for me personally.
It probably married well.
Oh, I guarantee it would.
But that apple of my eye, hun,
Oh, man. Talk to us about that one.
listen, dude. It's like a dessert pizza. It's kind of like back in the day. If you'll remember, we used to go to a place called Mr. Gaddy's, and they had an apple pizza. And so the pizza up for a while. But it's cinnamon, sugar, apples, icing, and a caramel drizzle on that flatbread. You know what I'm talking about?
Man,
Sweet heaven, baby.
I'm telling you what. That's gonna be fire right there. I got some good stuff coming out of the mess hall there, the kitchen at Common John Brewing Company. Revamping the menu, reporting for duty next month. These three pizzas are going to the front lines first. It looks fantastic, man. That apple of my eye,
I'm ready.
that sets the night off right there.
I'm
You know what I
ready.
mean?
I'm
Yeah.
ready.
So they're doing big things there at Common John Brewing Company. Don't forget, also, we got the Blues, Brews, and Barbecue coming up. They added the lineup for that thing. Let me get back to it here. And they still have 10 spots available for the cook-off. It's an amateur barbecue competition. They've got Elijah Boone playing on that Saturday. They got our good friend, great blues guitar player, Blake Wybert. Super good dude and can flat out get it when he's playing the blues. And then another one of our favorites, been on the show. We've seen him play live 100 times. McGuire. Now, guys, this is all powered by the Winchester Mercantile. If you're over there in Winchester area, go check them out. And don't forget to go check out Good Game Arcade. We're over there in Winchester. But go to the Winchester Mercantile. They are the title sponsor of the Blues, Brews, and Barbecue there at Common John Brewing Company. That is, Friday, June 27th and the 28th. McGuire is closing it out there on the 27th. Y'all go check them out. And don't forget, every Wednesday night you got Singo. Every Thursday night you got karaoke. Friday, Saturday you got live music, alternating with the comedy. This just hit 1 hour ago as we are recording from the mess hall. I didn't know this was going to be a thing. It's called the Maize Melody. Rich, creamy Mexican street corn dip, topped with fresh diced onion, diced tomato, green onion, shredded cheddar, served with tortilla chips for maximum scoopability. So if you like chips and salsa or that type of thing, hit it up right there. That dropped an hour ago, Tooth.
I'll eat all that,
Yeah.
minus the onions.
Yeah. Hour ago. Just dropped.
Just 1 hour ago?
Yeah. Look at that, 1 hour ago.
Belly up, dig in.
Man, boy, they're coming out.
Maze Melody. That's clever. I like the way they're naming it.
Yeah, that is awesome. So good stuff coming up. I was just telling the folks at home, too, had to step out and conduct some business. We got Elijah Boone, younger fella playing the blues there. Then you got our good buddy Blake Wybert.
Oh, he's great.
And then look who's closing it out. McGuire. Yeah,
Love
buddy.
me some McGuire.
Yeah, man. Big stuff there at Common John Brewing Company. Don't forget, guys, like we said, next week, open all week long. And if you've never been to Common John during Bonnery Week, it's different. It hits different. It's even more fun somehow. I don't understand it. But they also have added yet another free event. 4th of July party. Music starts at 5 p.m. with none other than Fat Tuesday. Big Michael Childress and the boys.
That's right.
Fireworks start at 9. Guys, if you need to be here for this because great view of the firecrackers that they shoot off at the park. It's a great time. Everybody's America'd out. Had a blast. So go check them out. It's a free event, guys. Doesn't cost you a dime.
So, carry the zero?
Yep, that's it. Absolutely zero.
That's how much I can afford.
Me too.
That's my price.
And you know what else zero cost? Good Friends Fest.
That's my price.
Right there.
I have to work during the day on Saturday, unfortunately, and I had told Logan that I would be there, and now I feel terrible because I didn't even look at the date, but I have
Right.
to work this Saturday.
You do.
I won't be there. And I feel bad. Will you tell him that I didn't
I'll give him a
mean
hug.
it? Tell him I didn't mean it.
Yeah, I'll give him a hug for you.
All right.
Yeah, we'll go check them. I'll check them out for you. I'll definitely do it. So, guys, big stuff coming in here at Common John Brewing Company. Get out there, hang out with us. We'll be there on some of these events and some of these dates for sure. So get out there and check them out. I'm excited for those pizzas, man.
I cannot wait to try. I mean that. Like the apple of my eye
Mm-hmm.
and the buffalo one. It's hot in here.
It's hot in here.
Hot in her.
Yeah. I'm
Hot
talking
in
about.
her. Let me get that hot in her pizza.
Yeah. We can get that.
I'm gonna down that.
Well, we can get
I'm gonna
that.
down that.
That's for sure.
I'll give Travis my blue cheese.
I don't know what it is. I do like the blue cheese crumble. I've had some burgers that are like have blue cheese crumbles on it, and I enjoy it. I got one at Bar Louie.
Yeah.
It's fantastic, and I'm like, how do I like this? But I don't like blue cheese dressing or like dip. I don't like dipping my wings in anything. I don't like blue cheese. I like blue cheese crumble though.
Weird.
I'm so weird. I apologize.
You don't like ranch dressing either. And that hot in here's got a little ranch drizzle on it. You might be okay. You might
I
not.
can do it because it's not like a ton. It's just a drizzle.
It's the drizzle.
And I don't know if it's texture or it's in my head. It's not in my head. It's just I don't like a lot of it. And if I can control how much is on it, I'm okay with it. Or if it's just a light drizzle, I'm fine. But if it's like a lot or a dip, we're going to go ahead and stay away.
I understood.
We'll stay away from
I
it.
understood. I like ranch. I'll swim in
You
it.
do. I've seen you swim in it.
I'll swim in it.
Yeah. That one outfit the swimming outfit you have to swim in the ranch, it's cute. Looks good on you.
Well, it does.
It's becoming.
It is.
Yes. All right, guys, let's take another break. Come back. We got Lunchtime Theater, Musical Week, a little bit of Travis talk, and then we'll wrap this bad boy up. You're listening to the Everyday Joe Show, brewed by the Common John Brewing Company here on 93.9 The Duck.
Whack, whack.
So we'll do the Lunchtime, Musical Week, and then we can probably skip Travis talk because I got those interviews that I'm going to compress and put into that, so we're going to have to go to that.
Okay.
And then we just have the 2 segments there. Okay. We'll talk about whatever. Okay. So that'll shorten it up.
All right, then.
About 10 minutes.
I'm here for you.
About 10 minutes.
Ten.
About 10 minutes. Boys.
10.
Boys and girls. All right, guys, welcome back to Everyday Joe Show, brewed by the Common John Brewing Company here on 93.9 The Duck, episode 378, to the Travis Reed. All right, we just gave you the Common John update, and I cannot reiterate enough. You guys need to get out there, especially next week. It's Bonnery Week. It's going to hit different. They got new pizzas. Tooth is a Stepford wife now.
That was good, Travis. That was good.
Yes.
Clever.
Lunchtime theater, Tooth. What do you have for us?
Listen, man, I've been watching some stuff lately. Kim and I have been like, kind of lost on shows, and some of our regular shows that we watch weekly, are on hiatus. So we started watching this show that is a weekly show that we've caught a couple episodes accidental like, but we went back and started it from the beginning. It's called Elsbeth. I think it comes on CBS.
CBS, yes, sir.
We discussed this, Travis. It's got Carrie Preston. I think maybe I'm getting her name right. She's from True Blood. She played Arlene.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I remembered her from right off the bat. I said, that's Arlene from True Blood. And like the first or second episode, Bill is a guest star from True Blood. You remember him?
Suki.
But so Kim and I started watching it, and after we went back and watched it from the first episode on, I realized very quickly this is a modern day Columbo, and I'm a huge Columbo fan, have been since I was a children.
Right.
But she is just a female version of Columbo. She is very much like Columbo was very persistent. And you know how Columbo a lot of times was very, like in your space. And, yeah, always right there, very persistent, very annoying almost, very clumsy.
Right.
But his clumsiness was often intentional. And, you didn't realize that. You kind of think, oh, he's just he's doing that on purpose. She is all of those things, but she is modern. She's quirky. She's got little, Elsbeth quirks.
Little idiosyncrasies.
Little idiosyncrasies to be, really funny in some aspects, but a good show if you like the detective style, murder style, homicide shows. It's a great show. And just like Columbo, every episode of Columbo started with the killing. You saw the murder happen. You knew who the killer was. The beauty of the show was seeing Columbo piece it together. Well, this is the same thing. You see at the beginning what happens, who the killer is, and now you get to see Elsbeth come in and do her little magic tricks. But in seeing that, one show, you can watch them. It doesn't matter if they're in order from that aspect. But underlying, like, why is she there to start with? What brought her to New York? Why is she? That all happens from starting from the beginning. And there is a little backstory behind each murder in each episode. There's a little thing going on that keeps you kind of going in the first season, kind of wondering, well, what's going on? Is he good? Is he bad? Is she good? Is she bad? You know what I mean? So it's a good show. I like it a lot. Kim likes it a lot. We've really enjoyed it. First season's got 8 episodes. Second season's got 20 some odd episodes.
Jeez.
But I think it's really worth the watch. It's really entertaining. Good entertaining TV. You don't have to think too hard. Like I said, you know what happened. So
Right.
You don't have to, if you got to go to the bathroom, it's not as huge a deal like if you're leaving The Night Agent in season 1. You got to pay attention.
Yes. Yeah, I watched, I don't know, about half of that episode you're talking about. I enjoyed it. Megan wasn't paying attention. She was like, nah, I don't really care for it. I'm like, man, I think it's kind of cool. Because she was kind of quirky. I like that about it. And she was very Arlene-esque almost.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's some Arlene to it. She's just, it's one of those things where it's like, it's not that she's really necessarily any smarter than anybody else. It's just she pays attention.
Yeah.
And by paying attention, it really opens some doors.
Jimmy Newton wants to know, does she drive a Volvo?
She does not drive. I've not seen her drive. She's taken some public transportation. She rides with the cop friend, but I have not seen her drive at all.
All right. Good deal. I have, I don't know if I talked about it last time, the Brett Favre.
I also watched it.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I had no idea. Of course, all I knew is Brett Favre played for the Green Bay Packers, and he was phenomenal as an athlete for the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah.
Outside of that, that wasn't in an era where I followed sports.
Right.
I knew who the greats were,
Right.
but
Yeah.
dude, I was blown away at all the things.
Yeah. It was wild.
Couple different things there that were wild.
Yeah. So definitely go give that a watch there on
Unless
the Netflix.
he's your hero. If he's your hero, don't watch it.
Yeah. No, definitely not. Don't do that. And also, been binge watching some stuff I ain't got to watch because I ain't had Hulu in a while. Megan had it the whole time and I didn't know. I think she forgot she had it. Been going back on the old seasons of The Dark Side of the Ring. the old wrestlers when they had some tragedy and whatnot. Been pretty cool. Some wild stuff. Megan has even watched a couple, and she's like, "Oh my God, is that real?" I'm like, "Yeah." So now I can talk to Matt Carter about it, our UPS guy, because
Right, because, he's all the time.
Oh
Where's
yeah,
he been?
I
On
don't know.
vacation or something?
vacation, surgery, maybe. I don't know. Sick.
Miss him.
I don't know. But yeah, I've been watching that. We did watch. I don't know if I spoke about this. Sirens.
Yeah, you told me a little
Yeah,
bit about
don't.
Kevin Bacon. You told me not to watch it.
No, I don't recommend. I did watch the Bin Laden manhunt.
Summer said that was excellent.
Yeah, go watch it.
I
She wasn't lying. It's good.
This is an upcoming. I say upcoming. An upcoming watch for me. I have not seen it yet, and I'm not even sure if it's actually fully released yet. It might be, but there's a new movie on Apple TV
Mm-hmm.
that has Jim from The Office, Krasinski,
Yeah,
and
Natalie Portman.
Natalie Portman.
Yes.
That's correct.
Seen
And
the trailers for that.
It's like, to me, from just what I can see, it is reminiscent of like a Natural Treasure, kind of reminiscent of a national. Why can't I say that? National Treasure.
You didn't sit next to me too long.
And like reminiscent. It's not, I'm going to say the same, but it seems very much like he is involved in some history and some
Yeah.
trying to find a secret whatever.
Yeah, an adventure.
And his sister is Natalie Portman, and
Yes.
it's an adventure.
I've seen the trailers. It looks pretty cool. I think it looks funny and kind of, exciting because I'd never seen National Treasure till like 2 months ago.
And it's really, both of them, Book of Secrets, both of them, are really good movies.
I was mad that I hadn't watched it before.
I'm into that kind of stuff, just like with Tom Hanks and the Angels and Demons, and what was the first one?
Yep. Didn't see that either.
Much similar. Like he's talking about the Freemasons,
Yes.
and he's putting together different secrets and things to try to solve whatever, and he's traveling to the Louvre and to here, and why can't I think of the name of the first one?
Mm-hmm. I know what you're talking about.
Boy, that's gonna
I
make me
can see
mad.
the cover of the
I can
movie
too.
poster.
I've got it at home.
Yeah.
I've got it on DVD.
Yeah, never watched that either.
What is wrong with
Man,
you?
I got this rash.
Okay.
Whoops. Anyway, prank call. Just kidding. New
Well.
number. Who dis? Also, watch the Earnhardt documentary, all 4 parts.
So I've seen that it's on. Is it?
Prime. It's on Prime.
Yeah, that's
Amazon
what I'm saying. Because that's where we've been watching Elsbeth.
Bruh.
Tearjerker?
You get you there. The pollen count was high.
Get that pollen in there.
Pollen was high
My
now.
eyes get to watering.
But dude, it's fantastic. It is so well done. A lot of the stuff, because I've been a race fan pretty much my whole life. I knew a little here, a little there. You know what I mean? But the whole story, like when he was coming up, when Junior was coming up, I didn't. And I learned, a little bit through listening to the Junior's podcast. But dude, it's so good. It's some of the footage I've never seen, and I wasn't a big Earnhardt fan, so that's probably why I hadn't seen a lot of that stuff. But dude, it's good. It's really good. If you like, just any kind of sports biographies, especially a legend like that, it's worth it. You know what I mean? Even if you're not a NASCAR fan, or you are a NASCAR fan and weren't an Earnhardt fan, it's really good. I would recommend watching it.
Like
But-
the Da Vinci Code.
Is that it?
That's the
There it is. You're over Googling it, ain't you?
No, but I will.
Yeah.
Make
No,
sure.
you don't have to. I believe you. I know what it is. I know that's it.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm glad you figured it out.
I was waiting on Jimmy to tell me.
Oh, yeah.
I keep reading my screen, waiting on Jimmy to tell me.
Jimmy's up getting something to drink. He's not listening
He
to us
must
right
be,
now.
yeah, because normally he'd have been like Da Vinci Code.
He'd
Dummy.
have been honest.
He'd have told me.
Oh yeah, but definitely check out Earnhardt. Tooth. It's now time for music of the week.
Man, it's Jed Harrelson again. He
Oh,
dropped a new one,
yeah, dude.
which I've heard it because I've heard him live, and he's
Right.
played it live at every time I've heard him. Like,
It's so good.
but it's called Break Bread,
Yes.
and I've already added it to the list. Jed's one of my favorite up-and-comers, in my opinion. I think he has got huge talent. I think his music is right. I think there's definitely a group of people, a niche of people that love this style. It's definitely not like what you're hearing come out of Nashville.
Mm-mm.
He's good. Jed Harrelson, Break Bread. Find him on Toothpicks. Find him on Spotify. He does all of his own management and promotions. Does his
Merch.
own merch. It's made with love. He is an excellent artist. I really, really, really implore you people, any of the four of you that listen to us, if anybody goes back and listens to Music of the Week, if nothing else, we'll start doing the real clips of just the Music of the Week. But
Yep.
I implore you guys, please help this man make it because he deserves it. I love him. I love his music. I love his attitude about life. He's young. He just got married. They're great. They're coming to Bedford County again this year, doing the fair again.
Oh, sweet.
Bedford County got him last year and had reached out to him. Like, he's like, I don't even know how they heard about me, but they want me to come. And, you know, Ashley and Eli and Kim, everybody made it last year. I was in Ohio, unfortunately. I wasn't able to make it. But he's played Common John. I was able to help facilitate that, which was a big deal. Kim and I have seen him in Knoxville. We've seen him in Nashville twice. We're going back in August to see him a third time in Nashville at the Vinyl Lounge. He's a really great artist. It's a very bluesy style, jazzy style sound. A lot of his stuff has a saxophone in it.
And you do say that, you know, you're not hearing sounds like this going to Nashville, and you're not. This is different music than we're used to coming from Nashville. But his attitude and his just genuinely being a nice person is just like John Salloway coming out of
100%.
Nashville. And the other
100%.
singer-songwriters that we've had on here and become friends with, he is a super good dude.
And, like, I'm enjoying watching him grow.
Yeah.
Because I found find him on TikTok, find him on Spotify, Facebook, Instagram. He's on all the socials, Jed Harrelson Music, or you can find him. But I'm telling you, he is down to earth. He's from Texarkana, Arkansas. He moved to Nashville several years ago, and I've watched him. I found him on TikTok accidentally, and it was his TikTok he was promoting. It was like, you don't hear music coming out of Nashville like this. Or you're not hearing music like this coming out of Nashville. And I listened to it, and it was Neighborhood Huss.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first one that got me. And I was like, ooh, I like this. So I sent it to Kim. Well, all of a sudden, she finds us tickets to this place called The Underdog, and it's this little hole-in-the-wall bar I've never heard of in Nashville. I promise you, Travis, it's not much bigger than our studio. Like, people-wise. There's a
Right.
bar in there, there's standing room, there's a stage, but it's not much bigger than this right here. And, you know, there was a few people there. It seemed like a pretty packed house, you know, for what it was. If you look at the size of the room, if we were in any place bigger, it would have looked empty.
Right.
And he'd even made comments on some of his reels on, I've been used to playing in empty rooms. That night at the Underdog, I watched him have a full crowd there, not an empty room, and people asking for an encore. And he even posted about that later and was like, I've been playing empty rooms till tonight. You know, this
Right.
is a first for me in Nashville. And there are videos of that on the TikTok, of that experience. Dude, the shows I've been to since, way bigger in capacity, in people showing up. Like, if we were at that other venue, too many sold
Right.
out, people standing outside, people in the parking lot. There's no way to fit all those people in there. Like the one in Knoxville, he had a good turnout, a solid turnout.
Yeah.
And a lot of people our age group, a lot of people younger than us, his age group, 25, 26.
Yeah, he's just grinding, dude. He is.
And he's on the road right now. He's touring New York. He's been in New York. He was in New York for New Year's Eve.
Oh.
He's doing Arkansas, New York, Michigan, you name it. I mean, almost all 48 continue. Yeah. Contiguous
Continental.
in the continent.
Well, good stuff, man. Check out Toothpick. How you find Toothpicks?
You can go to Spotify and type in Toothpicks. You can easily go to www.everydayjoeshow.com. You can click a link that says Music of the Week, and it'll take you to Toothpicks. Right at Spotify, it takes you to Spotify, to Toothpicks. Every week I add a new song. We're at 327 songs, Travis.
That's a lot of songs.
And if you like the list, you're going to be privy to that new music every week. There are hours and hours of listening pleasure. It's not one genre. It's not one style of music. It's really for people. It's really to be a crowd pleaser.
And it is. It is. So subscribe to it whenever he uploads a song. Come right there on your device or your Spotify account. It'll be right there. All right, Tooth, good stuff as always. We come back, guys, on here on 93.9 The Duck. You're going to hear a couple of interviews we did at the racetrack this weekend. Megan did for us a couple young fans that we saw at the racetrack, and it was pretty cool to see all that. So we're gonna play those for you. Then we come back. We're gonna wrap this bad boy up.
Wrap it up.
Huh? You're listening to the Everyday Joe Show, brewed by the Common John Brewing Company here on 93.9 The Duck. All right, guys, welcome back to Everyday Joe Show, brewed by the Common John Brewing Company here on 93.9 The Duck, episode 378. That's Tooth, that's me, the Travis Reed. All right, man, a couple cool interviews there on the track at Nashville Super Speedway. Once again, we had a fantastic time doing that. I got to play a little air guitar up in the booth. That was fun.
Still any picks?
I was too close to the wall, to the mirror. Also, I sat beside the executive vice president of competition in the press box.
Wow.
Well, there was a wall dividing us, but it was a glass.
It's just like with Jordan.
Yeah, but I could literally see him through the glass.
Yeah.
We were just in different
That's
rooms.
how glass works.
Yeah.
You can see through it.
Isn't that weird?
It's me. It's weird.
But and I think he kept looking at me like, dude, quit looking at me. I'm like, no, Elton. I do whatever I want. But that's pretty neat.
He was like, man, I wish this glass was tinted.
Yeah, which we were outside of race control, where they do the scoring and the throwing the yellow flags and blah, 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 blah. So I was like, oh, that's neat. We're
Those
right
guys
beside
got
it.
their hands full.
Oh, yeah. They pretty much, there was a monitor right here. And Saturday night, there was a dude sitting there. And Sunday, there was a lady sitting there. And their whole time looking at the screen and the smaller screen and then track. Screen, track. And just nonstop look at anything else. I'm like, man, I'm tired of watching you look at stuff.
Whew,
It's
my
like
neck hurts.
they was watching a tennis match. That's what it looked like. But yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, that was pretty neat. I need to go over and holler at that guy.
40, love.
Yes. love. I guess I don't ever say that. I did not play the Star Spangled Banner. I left it to the pros. Since we were up there, we had the actual live feed of the race.
The live.
Well, not delayed going out to.
Oh, gotcha.
So we had that was going, in sync with what was going on in front of us. But over here, one of the riders had the regular feed not synced up because it was on delay. So dude's doing the prayer, gets done, she's singing the anthem over here. While she's singing the anthem and we have the live over here, he's still doing the prayer. And we're all just like, what do I need to do with my hands? Am I saluting? Am I praying? Am I asking? What am I doing? Like, it got confusing for a second. We're like, man, hey, Slim, turn that down, dog. Like, we got stuff, and it was confusing. I didn't know what was happening. But I still own the place. It's
Amen.
mine. It's my, amen.
That was cute, Travis. Amen.
Amen. I didn't know what to do. But the flyover came straight for us. Like they were helicopters.
Helicopters.
Right. I seen their underbelly.
Get to the chopper.
Yeah. Wow. Wait, no, that was a different one. Get down.
Get down.
Get down. Yeah, it come right over us, and I seen the belly, and I'm like, hey, man, that dude's feet's hanging out. You be all right.
He's okay.
It was neat. Then I ate a sandwich and a cookie.
Cookie and a sandwich.
Yeah. It was good. I enjoyed it.
I like the race.
So definitely big thanks to SMI for letting us come out there, Nashville Super Speedway, for being accommodating for us to go out there and shoot some content and have a good time. So and hope you enjoy the content that we here on the radio this evening that we did for the race. But it was a good time, man. Good fun. Got to smell the fuel, smell them tires burning.
They gave you fuel, gave you fire,
That which I desire.
gave you that which you desired.
Yeah. Did you write that?
I did.
I thought so. Well, Tooth, my man, thanks for being here.
Travis, again, thanks for having me.
Oh, you're welcome.
I like it.
I love it.
It's comfortable.
It is comfortable. It's not bad. I hate to leave.
It's hard to do.
Hard to do. You got some racing to do.
I'm probably going to eat some dinner and go to sleep.
Here you go. Boy, I can't wait to go sleep.
I'm trying to catch up, get all the sleep I can before next Friday night.
Next Friday night, we're going to be up for a day.
Yeah, because I told you, man, if I stay up past midnight now,
Oh,
it don't matter if I sleep for 6 or 7 hours like I normally would. The next day's ruined.
It's a 2 business day recovery period, at least. No ifs, ands, or buts
And
about
that's
it.
just drinking water.
Yeah. I got that malt flavored, that barley flavored water.
Yeah. Well,
Huh.
that'd make it even worse on me if I
Yeah.
tried to do that
It'll
after
be
12.
a lot worse
How
on
many
you.
beers do you have after 12?
Oh, man.
Enough that it's Wednesday and I
Yeah.
still ain't right.
Yeah, I turned a good time Friday night to no call, no show Saturday. All right, appreciate it, guys.
I holla.